Good afternoon, students. You must be aware that CBSE has changed some parts in the syllabus of English in Standard 10th. Earlier, you were asked to write a story in question number 4, but it has been changed into data interpretation. Now, data interpretation is totally new to you, so you will be learning it in a very slow speed. It's not very difficult, it's very easy, but as it's a totally new thing for you, you will find this video very useful. I have also sent a Word document. Go through it. It's very useful. Do the exercises that are given in that document and show to me when you complete it on WhatsApp group. Okay? Now let us start with data interpretation. What actually is data? Data is a plural to datum, right? Data is plural, datum is singular. Data is a piece of information, right? It is usually formatted in a very special way, and it is given in various ways, right? For interpreting it later and evaluating it, and it is usually used by the people to form some decisions. Some plans are set up according to the interpretation of the data, right? Now, what is data interpretation? This is data. What is data interpretation? Data interpretation is making sense out of the collection of whatever data that has been processed, right? Now, this data can be in various forms. It can be in the form of graphs, charts, tables, right? It can be in any form. What you have to do is you have to interpret those data, and then those data have to be written up in a paragraph form, right? Now what you are going to do is you have to keep in mind the important things, how you are going to write the data interpretation. The first point is you have to study the data very well. You have to know what kind of data has been presented in what form, whether it is a bar graph, or it is a pie chart, or it is a line chart, or it is a tabular form, or any material that has been given. Okay, first you have to study that. Secondly, you have to find the gist, what actually that data is trying to tell you. Then you have to describe it, because it is an English question. You have to describe it, and that description will be in a single paragraph. You don't have to break it, right? It will be in a single paragraph. It will comprise of statements based on the facts, but those facts should not be replicated exactly as it is given, right? Because you are putting it in a paragraph form. And if you think that the word limit, which is about 100 words, if it is increasing, you can join the sentences using conjunctions, right? So that is the way to make the long sentences and ending up within the word limit of 100 words with all the grammatical accuracy, right? You don't have to repeat each sentence. You don't have to write the sentences in the same way again and again, right? Today we are going to discuss bar graph, tabular form, line chart and pie chart. Okay, these four we are going to discuss today. First, we'll discuss bar graph. You must have studied in mathematics about the bar graph. It is drawn on the graph paper, x-axis and y-axis, right? You are very clear. It is horizontal bars standing there, okay? And those depict the data that have been collected. The data that is collected is plotted on the graph. The horizontal bars may be shaded, may be colored, right? It can be of different types. Now you have to find out what actually they represent. The length of the data matters, the width hardly matters. Now what you have to do is, you have to interpret those bar graphs, right? Suppose I say, how many students have been present through this session, right? The time that we are giving is 2 weeks. First, we will find out how many students are present for each and every day for 100%. You must have done that by tally marks, right? And using those tally marks, you can plot the graph, right? And when you plot the graph, you get bars. First will be 100% attendance, then those who are absent on one day, right? Those who are absent from 1 to 5 days, then the others who are absent for 5 to 10 days, right? So that will be the data that you would be getting, and then plotting it on the x-axis and y-axis of the graph, right? That is bar graph. Now how you are going to interpret it? You have to write a paragraph, right? As it is a question of literature, you have to frame beautiful sentences, right? Floral words to be used. So you will have to start the paragraph. Suppose this question that we have taken, you will start, to attend the school is very important for the children. The school has been closed because of the coronavirus attack and the further lockdown in the nation. We, the students, have been benefited by the online classes that are going on in our school, conducted by various teachers. But as we see, there are students who do not like to attend the class. There are more than 20% of the students. 6 students of the class have hardly attended 4 lectures in 15 days, whereas there are 38 students who have attended all the lectures of the school, right? You have to continue this for 100 words and then complete the paragraph. Okay, now this was about bar graph. The second is tabular form. It is the simplest and the easiest method of data presentation, right? And when you have to analyze, it is also very easy. There are 2 facts that are given, right? Vertically, when you see, there is certain arrangement of the data, and horizontally also there is another arrangement of the data, right? You have to interpret by corresponding these 2 horizontal and vertical presented data, right? We will take an example. Suppose we have data which is showing the number of medals that India received for the past 4 years in the Asian Games, right? Now we'll see that in the first year we have seen there are only 3 medals which the athletes won, and there were 2 medals won by the shooters and 2 medals won by the wrestlers. In the next year, in the Asian Games, we see that the number of athletes has increased, whereas the shooters have decreased and the boxers have increased. So we have to interpret this data, and when we start writing, we have to again start writing by giving the introduction. We have to write that sports is an integral part of the development of human beings. We as the students are very aware of the importance of games and sports. Our country participates in various sports tournaments organized by various organizations. In the Asian Games, our athletes, boxers and shooters have shown very good record. This year in the Asian Games, the athletes had bagged 3 medals, whereas the boxers could bag only 2 medals. Previous year it was lesser than this, so we can say that there is increase in the medal tally of our country. And further continuing, you can end up the paragraph with a note that government needs to have more and more people participating in the sports by providing them opportunities and facilities, right? So that would be the interpretation of the data. Okay, so we finished the tabular form. Now coming to the third form. Third is line chart. Line chart is an upgraded form of bar graph. In the bar graph you draw bars, whereas in the line chart there is joining of the middle point of the bars to form a line. In the bar graph we had seen the example where the students who were present every day and students who were not, right? So instead of the bar graph, we can say that the line chart can be drawn and we can analyze that line chart and write the report. Okay, so line chart is associated with bar graph. So you have to pay attention to the points that are plotted on the graph on the x-axis and y-axis, right? So there are different points which are added up and they are joined together to form a line. This line can be upward, downward, right? So you have to find out whether that data that has been given in the line chart is interpreted well. Okay, now coming to the last one for today's session is pie chart. You must have studied in mathematics about the pie chart. It is a circle just like a pie, and you know a circle has 360 degrees. Now these 360 degrees are broken into fragments to represent the various components, right? The various parts which are to be shown there. When you break up the pie chart, that is the 360 degrees, that stands, each part stands for that particular component which you are representing. Suppose I say there is a group of 100 students and I ask them which flower do they like the most, right? And I have options of 6 flowers. Okay, so when I say mark them according to your reference, so each student says that I like this flower the most. So again tally mark is done and number of students liking that particular flower is noted down, right? And that percentage is set up. Suppose I say 55% of the students like rose. So I will have to plot 55 is the full circle. When you go for 180, it will be 50 and other 2 degrees, that is 55%, right? That will be for rose. And then the remaining 45%, that will have other, suppose 20% of the students say that they like lily, 3% say that they like marigold, and 15% say that they like juhi, and 7% say that they love lotus. Okay, so that is 100%. Now that 360 degrees has to be divided into different segments, each segment representing the number of percent and the flower, right? Okay, and then you have to analyze that data. Now how will you analyze? How will you write down the paragraph, right? Now you'll say the nature's beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. When we say the nature, that means the most beautiful gift of the nature is flower. All of us have a different liking for different flowers. But when we say of rose, most of the people think that the rose is the most beautiful flower. But when we analyze, we say that only 55% of the people like rose, whereas there are 7 people who say that they like lotus. Right? So, analyzing these data and writing them in a paragraph is a way of representing what facts you have collected. So, we have discussed these 4 ways of data representation and interpretation of these data. Right? First, we saw that bar graph, right, where there are horizontal bars on x-axis and y-axis, right, on x-axis and the points on the y-axis. Then we saw the tabular form where the data is presented in the table and you have to interpret that. Then we saw the line chart, which was the upgraded version of bar graph. The points where the midpoints were joined and a line is drawn to represent the data. And last we saw the pie chart, right? Now when these data that you have received in the form of either the graphs or the tables or the charts, when you receive these data, the most important thing is to interpret them, right? So you must study them, you must find the gist, because in the question it is given what kind of data is it. So first you find out what kind of data it is, interpret it, write in the rough if you are not sure, right? Write in the rough, fair it clearly and concisely. The word limit is 100 words. Stick to the word limit, right? And do not write the exact data that has been given, but you can write near about or like this, right? And you can also write what actually you think these data mean to you, right? So the last line should always be a conclusion, and when this conclusion is written, it summarizes the whole data, right? So when you summarize it, it should be the main point that you want to stress upon. What actually is this data and what can be done so that there is improvement or there is need of change, right? So So whatever it is, you have to complete it. The exercises are given, you complete it and show it to me on WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you.